I cleaned out the fridge last weekend and accidentally fixed my life. I'm not talking the life changing magic of tidying up kind of way, more like I was just trying to find the mail. And 2 hours later, I had all the drawers on the floor, a new system in place, and this weird sense of control over everything. And here's what I realized: if your home feels off or chaotic or like you're always cleaning the same mess, it's probably not you. It's probably your system, the one you built when life maybe looked a little different. And when a system doesn't change as your life evolves, it stops working. That's not failure, that's misalignment. Let me back up a bit. So, my son is home from university for the summer. He's used to living in his own space, doing his own grocery shopping, and most importantly, finding his own condiments in his own refrigerator. But cut to month 2 of him being home, and I keep hearing the same phrase over and over, at least once a week. Where's the mayo? The mayo, by the way, has a designated spot. I know where it is. But apparently, I'm the only one, which means our system, it's not really a system. It's a scavenger hunt that only I can win. So it's Sunday morning, quiet house, coffee in hand, start of a great day. But I open the fridge, reach for the butter, and just snap. Everything comes out: the shelves, the drawers, the sticky bottles of who knows what, all lined up on my island, waiting to be sorted and maybe judged. This wasn't just a wipe down, it was a full fridge reset. And somewhere between scrubbing that bottom drawer and alphabetizing the barbecue sauces, I realized something big. I don't need a cleaner fridge. Well, I needed a clean fridge, but I don't need a more organized fridge. I need a different one. You don't know how many condiments you have until they're all out on the counter. And then you have to have a serious internal conversation about whether 4 types of mustards is acceptable. It is. I could never choose between whole grain hot and honey or just plain yellow. And sometimes you want a hot dog with no judgment. So I started grouping the condiments by how we actually use them. In my house, every Friday night is pizza night. So we have olives, hot sauce, because pizza and wings, more olives, hot peppers, pizza sauce, you know, those types of things. And then we have the barbecue zone. So all the regulars, the ketchup, the mustard, including Finn's mayo. And then, of course, international sauces: sriracha, soy, Worcestershire, plum sauce for the kids' chicken nuggets. And my favorite spreads and sweets: your peanut butter, your jam, chocolate sauce for ice cream, that kind of thing, all organized in the doors. They all have a home now, sorted by category. I even printed off little labels for each bin so that everyone knows where stuff goes. See, right here. Or at least where to look. So they're pretty basic. But regardless of how fancy my labels are, my fridge looks like a grocery store display, and I felt triumphant until I started showing off my new Insta-worthy fridge to the family and realized no one else cares. Which is fine. I mean, I didn't do it for the applause. I did it so that next time someone who should not be named asks, "Where's the mayo?" I can just say, "Top shelf barbecue zone," and "You're welcome." And don't forget to put it back there when you're done. We are friends with a cheese shop owner. Wonderful people, which means on any given week, there's probably something fancy in my fridge. But we keep forgetting they're in there. They'd get pushed behind the plastic wrapped cheddar and the sad, lonely slices of deli ham in that deli drawer. And there's nothing more tragic than discovering a beautiful piece of cheese, but it's moldy and forgotten. So I created a fancy cheese bin, eye level, clear container, prime fridge real estate. No more cheese shame. No more missed moments. Dean will now have options next time he's scrounging for a nibble during the ball game. We're now going to be a household that snacks on artisanal dairy, or at least remembers to, because it's in plain sight. Here's the real thing I noticed. This fridge used to work. It was fine when the kids were gone, when our routines were different, when we weren't sorting for people's preferences and half a summer's worth of marinades. Basically, when it was just me managing what came in and how it got put away. But that's the problem. Life shifted and the system didn't. We do this all the time. We design homes and routines for a version of our life that made sense then. And then we wonder why nothing feels like it fits now. It's not laziness. It's misalignment. And the second you see it, you can't unsee it. That dried out ham in the deli drawer, that's food waste. But it's also mental waste. Every time you open the fridge and feel a twinge of, I should deal with this, that's energy lost. Decision fatigue. We think clutter is about space, but really it's about friction. Every item that doesn't serve a purpose or isn't easy to find is a tiny pebble in your shoe. And that friction is everywhere. That closet you avoid with good reason, but really you should get in there. Or the bathroom drawer full of expired makeup. I mean, we all are holding on to a few products that we should be letting go of. The junk drawer, which, by the way, is just your home admitting defeat. Now, if you're thinking of selling your house, buyers open fridges, cupboards, drawers, closets, and they feel that friction too, even if they can't name it. These little cues, the messy, crowded Tupperware drawer, the overstuffed pantries, the precarious freezer avalanches, they tell the story of your home, and it's rarely the one you want a buyer to hear. The fridge isn't just where food goes. It's a daily use zone. It's a core system in your home. And when you upgrade how it works, not just what's in it, you make the whole home feel better. You don't need a new kitchen. You just need to be able to find the mail. So here's my ask. Pick one thing, just one. Your fridge, your junk drawer, your coffee station, maybe the linen closet with 47 fitted sheets you can't figure out how to fold. Then ask yourself, is this system still serving me? And if it's not, don't judge it, just rebuild it. The system failed, you didn't. If this video made you laugh or made you rethink how your home actually works, hit the like button. It tells the algorithm that you're not just here for fridge talk, you're here for better systems. And if you want to know what else in your home might be quietly sending the wrong message, watch this next. It's a deeper dive into how buyers experience your space and why the little things matter more than you think they do. I'll see you over there.